A very good afternoon to all. Respected Vice Chancellor, Professor P.V. Sharma, all the esteemed dignitaries on the dais, the faculty members, and my dear friends. It is an absolute privilege to be at Amity University. It gives me great delight to come to a university which is one of the most sought after universities for higher education in India, has world-class infrastructure and the most reputed faculty. I am very thankful to Professor P.V. Sharma for giving me this opportunity to express my views about civil services. Now, after cracking UPSC exam, being a civil servant myself, being a probationer, of course I'm here to convince all of you to join the civil services. But when we talk of civil services, apart from civil services being one of the most prestigious and coveted services in the country, it has something more to offer. All of us, somewhere, from time to time, keep thinking that we want to make a difference. We want to work for the nation. We want our voice to be heard. We keep thinking that things are not working out the way they should. We read the papers, we watch news on TV, and we keep thinking, oh, this is not how things should be. Or if I were there, I could have done it in a better way. So my friends, civil services gives you one of the many platforms where you get to make a real change in the most effective manner. If you always thought that our systems are not as they should have been, the best way is get into the system and change it. Throughout my probation time, be it when I went for my village visits or when I went for my Bharat Darshan, one thing which struck me very vividly was how much faith and how much hope the people of our country still have for this institution. Despite being just a probationer, I was often approached by so many people who just came up and wished that, probably you will make a change, you will bring about a change in the country. And that is the amount of faith people still have for the civil services. A district collector is responsible right from ensuring whether there is proper drinking water supply in his district to whether every Manrega worker gets his wages, to ensuring that his district, the schools, the colleges in his district gets world-class infrastructure. Such is the responsibility resting on the shoulders of a district collector. And please, let me clarify the things we hear that no, civil servants are often burdened by politicians or they are not allowed to work the way they want to. No, my friends, that's not true. There are ample examples of how civil servants every day are taking small steps to change the face of this country. Let me just quote an example. Armstrong Palm is a civil servant posted in Nagaland. He is probably the first one from his tribe to clear the civil services at a very young age. He is a graduate from St. Stephen's. His only dream was to construct a road from his village connecting to the mainstream areas, because every day he had to walk for miles to reach to his place of education. And being the young officer that he is, he harnessed science and technology, used his creativity, and on his Facebook page alone garnered public support of over 40 lakhs for building a road connecting Nagaland, Assam and Mizoram. Such is the power a district collector, a civil servant, a young mind has. And such is the difference that a young mind can make. Friends, civil services will give you an opportunity to not only implement policies, but as you reach the higher echelons, you also move on towards policy formulation. It's the bureaucrats of this country who determine right from deciding what the defense policy would be to what the education policy of the country would be. So I again reiterate my point. If you always wished that you wanted to bring about a change, civil services is one of the many platforms which gives you the opportunity to do so. And as I'm addressing one of the most bright, one of the most talented students in the country, let me tell you the power of a youth. We are the world's youngest nation. 600 million people in India are below the age of 25 years. 40% of the population is between the age group of 13 to 35 years. Just imagine what kind of change, perhaps a revolution, the youth of the country can bring about if they choose to join the civil services. Civil services is the link between the masses and the government. We are no longer the Mai Baap Sarkar. We are facilitators. And what better if we can have young minds to bring in their fresh ideas, their innovations, who understand how the world has become fast-paced and how quickly it is changing. I do realize that a young mind like yours, like mine, has issues of its own. We live in such a fast-paced world that often we ourselves are not able to make out a sense of what's happening around us. To take an example, be it social media, Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, we find our friends smiling into, laughing into the camera. But somehow, when we ourselves look at those pictures, we somehow feel isolated. We have feelings of isolation and feelings, negative feelings of why my own life is not that exciting. Many a times, we fight with our parents, but we never have the patience to make them sit down and make them understand our fast-paced lives. We constantly come across failures. We come across disappointments. It can be anything. It can be a wish to score in an exam. It can be something related to winning a student selection. It can be very simple as something like wanting an admiration from a girl. But we face small failures, we face disappointments from time to time. But my friends, every morning we still wake up. We come, get over with our lives over and over again. We still move on. And why? Why do we do that? We do that because deep in our hearts, somewhere in the back recesses of our minds, we all, each one of us in this auditorium, all of us want to do something big in our lives. We dream big, we want to achieve something in our lives. And that hope, that keeps us going. We get up, we still rise again and again. And let me tell you, failing is really not such a bad thing at all. We fall only to learn to pick ourselves again. And trust me, each one of you in this crowd will do something great. You have boundless potential, each one of us. The only thing is that you have to wait your time. And trust me, your time is coming. And till your time is coming, till each one of you will get to achieve what she or he wants, I just want to put across a few things you should always keep in mind. First, Always keep in mind the big picture. Often in life, little things break us, and if something doesn't work out the way we wanted it to work out, we close ourselves to all opportunities. But trust me, there's always one door which is open. You only need to look. Second, little things count. Never think that if I do this, how will it change anything? Trust me, everything and anything counts, and every little step that you think will bring about a change for the betterment of yourself, your family, for the country, it will count. Third, never be afraid to work hard. We should all take pride in the fact that we are the most hardworking country of the world. Despite being colonized for over 200 years, we've picked ourselves and now we are ranking among the top countries of the world. So hard work flows in your veins, it flows in your bloods. So never be afraid to work hard. Never be afraid to put as much effort as is required to achieve your goal. Lastly, we all have demons. We all have inner demons. We all have outer demons. Inner demons which tell us constantly that you can't do this, that you will fail, that probably you don't have it, what it takes to do something. Outer demons, people around you who probably don't wish the best for you and always doubt you, who put doubts in your mind. Fight them. Rise above them, because trust me, all it takes is a will and a wish and a passion to do something great. And that's what makes all the difference. When we talk about civil services, it's said that it's the most toughest exam. Just about 0.01% of the students who sit for this exam clear this exam. But friends, don't get bogged down by the statistics. Because trust me, my own colleagues, I have various examples who have cleared the exam despite all odds. My own colleague in the IAS is the son of a rickshaw puller, and he also cleared the exam in the first attempt. I have another example of a colleague in the foreign services who was facing divorce proceedings while preparing for the service. So trust me, it's not about the statistics at all. All it takes is a passion and a will to work hard, to sacrifice all, say, your time on TV, your time on Facebook, to study, to work hard and clear the exam. Coming back to the power of the youth. When I said that we are the world's youngest nation, friends, even don't get fooled by this statistic. The demographic dividend that we keep talking about will not last for more than 2 decades. We don't have a lot of time. We need young minds to enter into the civil services as soon as they can. We need you now. The nation needs you now. So please, never forget the power you all have to accomplish whatever you want in life, be it civil services or otherwise. And like I said before, civil services is indeed one platform where you can set in motion the wheels of change which you always wanted to see. All it needs is a dedication from you. Are you ready to do something for the nation? If you are, then this is the right time. Starting early, thinking about how you can change. You read the papers, you discuss with your friends, now is the time to do something about it. We always want that the nation should shine among the superstars, the superpowers in the world. If you want the nation to be that way, join the civil services. The nation needs you, and the nation needs you now. Thank you.